What's up guys, and welcome to the Road to Salvation Let's Play. It's basically just going to be an uncut DayZ Origins Let's Play, of course, and basically I'm going to be ending it once I reach Salvation Island, which just has a bunch of gear and stuff. So basically I have to get a helicopter and then fly there, and I don't know where it is, so once I get a helicopter I'm going to have to wiki it or something. So we are given the option at first to pick our character. So I'm probably just going to go with someone simple. I'm trying to be a hero, but at the same time it's going to be hard to do. So basically I'm going to just be nice, and if they try and be assholes, then I'm just going to go with this. Why not? Let's go. Alright, I'm going to spawn in Metrovest because that's the most easy to loot city on Travania. Okay. As soon as we spawn in, there's a makeshift boat out in the water. Makarov PM and painkillers, that's all we get in one bandage. I'm not sure if I want to go out to that boat right away. We spawned at the racetrack. Let me just turn down my
Cannot fire
a little bit. Sorry about that. And I don't know, should we go to the boat? Let's just remember where the boat is at least. Because if we do want to take that, it might be a quicker way in which to get to a city. But Metrovest is kind of along the coast. I'm not sure if it is, or Metrovis. I don't know if you guys know how it actually is pronounced. But yeah, let's head this way, essentially. So the way in which I'm going to be getting to Salvation Island is via helicopter. The only way to get a helicopter is obviously to find one, find a friendly that has one, steal one, kill someone that has one, etc. There is like a good amount of helicopters on Origins. There's a makeshift one that are around places. There's like Little Birds, there's Chinooks, there's other helicopters like that. And just getting a simple vehicle cannot get you to Salvation Island because obviously it is an island. I guess you could go by boat. I guess I could go there right now, but I'd rather take it by helicopter. I'm not sure if you can land. I think you might have to fly over walls that are surrounding the island. So let's just head this way. This leads to some industrials over here, and there's a little city up to the right. It is not Metrovis, though. I'm not exactly sure how to get to Metrovis from this spawn. Usually I spawn at the racetrack, and then all I have to do is run, like, down a little ways, and I'm in Metrovis. But on occasion, there is cars over here, and there's industrial spawns, so I should be able to get in there. A cool thing about Origins is the whole base building situation, but I'm not going to be doing it because it's not really a key priority to get the Salvation Island, but it's basically also the fact that this is going to be raw and uncut, so I don't want people to be going to my house and say camping outside it after I log off or something, and then when I come back, get shot in the face and the entire series is ruined. So basically, this is going to be as long as it takes. It could be 2 episodes, it could be 3 episodes. I'm going to be keeping these episodes down to 15, 20 minutes, so it doesn't make or break any time. You obviously can skip through. It's not going to be, like, heart-pounding, gut-wrenching gunfights or anything all the time, but, I mean, there's going to be occasional. Hopefully you're just in it for watching, because it's good quality, it's good announcing, and I'm going to be talking throughout it. So the first thing is, there's no truck here right now. Okay. So I'm going to hit these industrials real quick and see if I can't find maybe some engine parts or main rotor assembly just to have on my person for a good amount of time. Because if I find one now, I won't have to find it later, which is good. Alright, a zombie. What is this? Just something sticking out of the ground. Some tin cans. Nothing really useful in these ones. Let's move on down. We can follow this road up and maybe go to the small city. It looks like most of this was actually looted already because the doors are open. Probably also someone looking for car parts. Okay, we can take this water bottle. Oh shit. And these flares because... Oh, there goes my first bandage. Do the zombies run inside here? No. Alright. Alright. We already lost our first bandage. We may run across to those because sometimes there is bandages inside those buildings. So yeah, Salvation Army... I'm going to continue to say Army. It's not even funny. Salvation Island has like, basically unlimited loot from what I've seen on YouTube videos. I'm not sure how to quite get there yet, but obviously that'll come along. Okay, we got some drinks and we got food. Good. Pickaxe is not necessary. I mean, we can take a hatchet in case we need to cook meat, because we're not going to be dealing with having survivors giving us blood bags, because I don't trust people, and I want to keep squad play to a minimum. Obviously, if I need extreme amounts. Oh, that looks like an M1911. That could come in handy. This Makarov only has one mag, and an M1911 is a little bit stronger. Oh, it's just the ammunition. But I guess I'll pick it up, because I might find one in the process somewhere. Anything in here? Another cement mixer. Those things are not useful whatsoever. So basically, Origins went over, had a pretty decent sized patch that made the game a little bit more playable and fun to play. I don't really need a TT magazine. I wanted the hunting knife. So now I need matches. This is the only thing I need to get blood back if I need to. Heat packs aren't really necessary. Alright, so I believe there's a town right up this hill a little ways. We should be able to find at least a car that's has parts on it that we can take off, because it's part of this mod where you can take parts off of cars, which is extremely useful when trying to repair a helicopter. The only thing you can't get off of a car is a main rotor assembly, obviously. But if you do find a helicopter with it, you can take it off. Best case scenario is we find a helicopter that only needs like one part, or we find one of those makeshift helicopters, because they're like, I don't know if they're one-seaters, but they're very quick and agile, quick to take off, and that's usually what we want to go for. Actually, I do know where we are. This is the city just right after the racetrack. Okay. This is good. There is a fire station, and there's a church with tents in front of it. That's our troll car right there. We don't need to deal with that. Alright, so we're going to go to the church right over here, and we're going to try and grab some gear. So I plan on maybe doing a scheduled upload for this, and just like post these videos at like 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Something like that. That way it's kind of like a continuation. You know when to look for it, and you don't have to check back that much. You just know when it comes up. Obviously subscribe to figure out when I'm going to do that and stuff like that. A CZ-83. I don't know what kind of ammo it uses, so I'm not going to take it. I did find a patrol pack right there, which I may take, because you do not spawn with a backpack. You can take what you get. Oh shit, there's a gun underneath it, so I cannot pick it up. But let's check the church. Doesn't seem to be anything useful in here. Nope. Oh, there is a band-aid. That is extremely useful, seeing as we already used ours. There's 15-round slugs, which I will grab in case we find a Winchester. When I'm playing alone, I play completely differently than when I'm playing with a squad. Like, I wouldn't be picking up all these little pieces, because my squad usually has a second gun that they could toss at me. But since I'm playing alone, and say I can't get blood transfusions and stuff, I need to play safe. Sneaking really isn't an option in DayZ anymore, since the pathfinding is so... Ooh, that is useful. Ooh, there's two of them. Okay, hopefully these things are at least in working condition. If not, I can find one tire, and you can ride a bike with one tire, and it moves at a decent pace. That'll be very useful for getting around, especially because it's only a one-seater and I'm playing solo. I don't think this loot spawned inside the... Oh, no, it did not. Okay, well, we got some sodas. I already got a water bottle and soda. So that's not really something we need right now, unless we had a backpack, which we couldn't pick up. Okay. Last time I played Origins, I actually found a fully repaired ATV in the woods, and it was pretty sweet. The best case scenario would be finding an APC, which is one of those little makeshift, like, tanks or whatever, and repairing one of those, because they're very good. Your head pops out, and there we go. That's why I grabbed the ammo. But your head pops out of the APC, but it's still extremely useful to have one, because it can tank through stuff, and it's just a very useful weapon in general. I don't know why you can reload a gun that's on your back, but I just did. Alright, so we got a Leon field with 2 mags. We're not doing too bad. We just need a backpack now, and check if those bikes are in working condition. Of course, I'm going to be playing on low settings because it is actually advantageous to play on low settings because you don't see as many bushes and stuff. I wish I found a Winchester, dude. There is so much Winnie ammo around here. 2-round slugs. Who needs those? Alright. Battery, that's just for a code lock on a building. Or other stuff, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly the Origins king. I don't know too much about it, but I know a good amount of it. Alright, so Metrovis is right up the street a little bit, but we're going to check if these bikes are operational before we move on. This one doesn't even seem to want me to get on it, so okay, there we go. That one's damaged to a point where I'm only going to go 7 miles an hour. Chances are these are going to be both broken. Yes, okay, we could just run to Metrovis then. I'm going to check this real quick because I think in the last DayZ patch just turned into a better spawn. Jerry can, actually. We should pick that up if we had a backpack, but we do not. Bandages are always useful. Jerry cans aren't exactly the rarest things ever. If it was like a fuel tank parts or engine parts, I would definitely pick it up. But for the time being, it's not that useful. So we're going to head over to Metrovis now. I'm not going to cut out any running either. Not at all, even if it's like a massive run, but I'm going to try and avoid massive runs, and I'm just going to go to cities nearby to loot and just find, if I find a vehicle, traveling won't be that bad regardless. Again, videos are going to be around 15 to 20 minutes depending on what the content is. If most of it's looting, then it's going to be 15 minutes. If a lot of it's traveling, then it's going to be 20 minutes. That way there's an equal amount of what people want to see. So Metrovis is right here. This is the #1 PvP capital in Tavania. So we need to make sure that we're careful whilst looting it. And essentially what I'm going to start is with the, I don't know exactly what the direction is, but I just call it the north side of Metrovis, which is the fire station, and then I work my way back towards where I am right now, because that is the safest route. Of course, I'm going to put myself on direct communication in case somebody does try and friendly me, because there is heroes in this. There is like a heroes, and there's bandits, and you get specific skins based on how much of a bandit you are and how much of a hero you are. So if I see a hero skin or something like that, then I'm going to at least shoot on sight if it's a bandit, and I'm going to talk to him before I shoot if it's a hero. And if the guy seems like he wants to help, or maybe has a helicopter to get me to Salvation Island, then it would be very useful. So we're going to hit the... I'm going to start on this side, despite what I said, because I feel like if I hear shooting on this side, it's a little much better, because the fire station area has a lot of buildings you can get on top of. So that's where most of the bandits and Bambis like to hang around. So I'm going to try and avoid dying so early in the series. Even if I do die, I'm going to respawn again and try it again. And I'm going to keep doing that and keep trying. Of course, if I reach Salvation Island and you guys are giving me a lot of feedback, want to see more or anything like that, then of course I will continue the series past Salvation Island and possibly go for Epic Hero or build some community towns and stuff for you guys. If you're wondering why I grabbed road flares a while back, I don't know why I just thought of it now. Road flares right here. It's because this server has a 4-hour night-day cycle, so I don't know where it is in the day cycle or where it is in the night cycle. So flares are going to be very useful, especially because I can throw them in the middle of towns. You can attract Bambis with them, you can attract bandits with them, and you can take them out and get some quick gear. I'm going to check this schoolhouse because... Oh, that's a motorcycle right there. Okay. I get so distracted, dude. But I'm going to head over to this and check out what it needs. It's a dirt bike. Oh, it's pretty damaged. Alright. It needs everything except for an engine. Does that mean I can take the engine off? No, I don't think you can take engine off of those. You need like a car. But yeah, if I do get enough gear, I should be able to repair that. A cool thing that I'm going to do that I've seen a lot of Origins players not do is fully repair a car. And then when I find a helicopter, I'm going to take the parts off the car and just put them on the helicopter. Because that's the easiest way, because I'm not going to need the car after the helicopter. So it looks like we found an Alice pack, very useful. I'm surprised that was sitting in the middle up here, because backpacks are actually quite rare now that they patched it. You used to be able to find just nothing but backpacks, and that was quite obnoxious. But now they're a little bit rarer because you don't start with one, and they kind of wanted to have it so you didn't start with one because it wouldn't be, like, ideal for you to wake up on the coast with a backpack. Alright, so we're going to continue to go through here because there's, of course, loot everywhere. Matches. There we go. Okay, now we have everything we need to regain health if we need to. There is people obviously killing some Bambis around. There's an AK-107 Cobra, which is not that incredible of a gun, so we're not exactly on the most substantial server. There's another Alice back. That tells me that this isn't looted. I just heard some walking. I'm not sure if I'm just hearing stuff. Chances are I'm going to die in this city because this is like a 20 population server or so. Since they released the server files, there's not like 40-person servers anymore, so it's going to be much easier for me to do the series. I'm going to try and stay on the same server. I'm not sure if characters will transfer over servers, but we'll find that out later. That's not a big priority right now. Well, pardon that. That was my phone. My work was just texting me. Very, very professional. So I'm going to... just cans. Alright, so I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start heading towards the places over here. I'm not really going to hit the industrials yet because... actually, yes, I'll hit the industrials because if I get that dirt bike up and running and I hide that in the woods somewhere, if I die, I can obviously use it to get somewhere else. And if I stash it in the woods, it'll become very handy later on in the future when trying to find new gear. Nothing. What is that? Pickaxe. I don't really need one. I mean, I guess I'll pick it up. I've seen like a bunch of them over the past couple of buildings I've gone into, but I just never have picked one up. I think it's used in building, but I'm not going to be doing that, of course, unless you guys want me to. Let's continue to head off into the town a little bit more. So what to expect out of the series is obviously slower gameplay, but of course if you watch it enough you might become addicted. You might download or just... oh god. I'm going to try and avoid to get zombies in this town since it is Bandit Central. Oh, he's crossing the road. I should be able to get by him without him noticing. Shit, okay, he noticed. He's gonna continue to chase me until I go inside a building. Alright, so the zombies are all standing around. Looks like they're not aggroing anything. I may hit the grocery store real quick because I know it's gonna be risky. But I need to get inside there to lose my zombies as well as find a map. A map is detrimental to our survival. Because I'm gonna go to the airfield as soon as I leave Metrovis. Hopefully I can get a vehicle up and running before I go so I don't have to walk it out. Crossbows for days, wood pile, tin cans, tin cans, tin cans, tin cans. Ooh, compass. Compass is just as good. Compass is useful. Alright. Food loot. I'm going to grab as much food as I can, much water as I can, because seeing as I don't have a squad, if I am out in the woods and I run out of soda, I can't really ask for help. Okay, just tin cans. I think I lost my zombies unless I just got another one. Yes, I did. That bad boy right there. I'm going to crouch around this corner and hopefully I lose them. Schoolhouse is my next priority, I believe. And the hospital, just, what's it called? I need morphine in case a retard decides to shoot me and I break my leg in the middle of nowhere. And I have no way of escaping, and I'd have to crawl a really long time. That just doesn't sound fun. I'm not going to shoot out the hospital unless it's necessary. I can go on the roof, and sometimes there is going to be spawns on top of the roof. DayZ limo, just missing all its tires, doesn't look like it's very useful. I'm really looking for a pistol of sorts to shoot zombies. I have a Makarov, but it's not ideal. I'd rather have an M1911 because the ammo is so copious and very easy to find. There's some blueprints for buildings. I don't really need those. Let's head upstairs. I am hoping to God to not find someone in town right now. This is obviously the #1 town. I'd rather keep the Alice. It's a little bit bigger. Use the Makarov mag. Okay, at least Makarov mags. I have 2 of them. Good for shooting zombies. I'm going to keep my eye on the chat in case somebody says something about Metrovis. Another Makarov with a mag. Alright, so we got 3 Makarov mags. Perfect. Another Lee Enfield mag. Good thing we came in here. It's very useful. Lee Enfield is mainly going to be for bandit protection and not for zombie protection because it is very loud and I want to try and get in and out as quickly as possible without drawing attention. So now I lost my zombies again. Perfect. And we're going to head to the police station next. This is basically my loot map, I guess you could say. This is the way in which I always loot this city. Or at least the many times I have looted it. Alright, there's a Remington. Ooh, that looks useful in the corner. APS, SKS. SKS I will toss in my bag. SKS mags. Mainly because the SKS is a rifle that I would like to grab over the Lee Enfield, and the ammo is not exactly the hardest or easiest thing to find, so hoping for an SD gun. Okay, smoke grenades, very useful. Ah, shit, they're flares. They tricked me with that one. Grenades. Do we need grenades? Yes. One in my inventory, one in my backpack. 20 round VSS is completely unnecessary. Of course, the extra ammunition is just because I have a lot of space in my inventory right now, so why not grab it?